Every morning, the vegan gets up bright and early to milk the almonds. They are then faced with their biggest task of the day, getting in enough protein and calories to sustain their muscle. If only there was a video made to show vegans the 5 best snacks to eat on a bodybuilding diet. Well, guess what? The day that video happens is today. How are we doing, everybody? It's Cole Hastings. If you're new to my channel, it's all about vegan fitness and self-help, so consider subscribing and hitting the bell so you don't miss a video. So let's go over the 5 best snacks that you can get in on a vegan bodybuilding diet. These are easy, high-protein things. Well, most of them are, at least. You'll see. They can be made in like 5 minutes or less. They're just an easy way to get in more protein and more calories throughout your day. So if you are struggling with that, then this is the video for you, and I'm saving the best for last in this video, so make sure that you stick around until the end. A couple of these are really gonna surprise you. So let's get on to the first one. This is a pretty classic meal among vegans, but a lot of vegans don't know about this. It's just some beans on toast. Now, I love beans on toast for so many reasons. First off, it is pretty high calorie for being a snack, and also you can get in an insane amount of protein with this meal. So the way I usually make this meal is you can use any beans you want. I think pinto beans I prefer the most. I just like the taste of them the most, but yeah, use any beans you want. You can even mix in some avocado if you want for some creaminess, but that is optional. And then you add the seasonings, which are really key here. I recommend paprika, chili, garlic powder, onion powder, nutritional yeast. Nutritional yeast has macros in it. It's going to give it a little bit more protein as well, and salt. And you're going to mix that all together until it's like this mush that's actually really, really delicious. And putting this on some sprouted bread can make the protein go to about 30 grams for this meal, depending on how much of everything you use. If you use 2 slices of bread, 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, and a cup of black beans, or any other beans pretty much, it'll be about 450 calories, 30 grams of protein, 80 grams of carbs, and 2 grams of fat. And apart from the fact that beans are great for bodybuilding, they also offer a ton of health benefits if you guys didn't know. They're loaded with folate, iron, B vitamins, minerals, and a lot of fiber to help support a healthy gut. And also, I do recommend that you rinse your beans before eating them. That helps your gut a little bit. And when you can, always go for the sprouted bread. The most common one that people, post and that you can get is Ezekiel bread. You can probably find this almost anywhere in any grocery store, but if you can't, just look for sprouted bread, because this bread contains, again, a ton of minerals, and sprouted bread, sprouted foods are just more easily digestible than regular bread or regular foods. The next vegan bodybuilding snack is watermelon, and this might sound really strange to you guys because you're like, this is just a fruit, this has no protein in it. Well, first off, watermelon does have protein in it. It has 2 grams of protein per 3 cups, so you guys can't say anything. Actually, that's really low. Don't rely on watermelon for protein. But anyways, why is watermelon so good for bodybuilding? Well, there's several reasons. Not only is it high in B vitamins, vitamin A, and vitamin C, but it is also basically just water. It can be used as a great way to hydrate yourself before or after a workout, or just throughout the day. But the biggest reason as to why I put this on the list is due to the amino acid that it is rich in, which is L-citrulline. L-citrulline is an amino acid which helps improve blood flow. It supports the body in optimizing blood flow when it converts to L-arginine and then to nitric oxide. And nitric oxide is involved in vasodilation, or dilation of the blood vessels. Low levels of nitric oxide are associated with mental and physical fatigue and sexual dysfunction. Like Viagra, L-citrulline increases blood flow to your sexual organs, but without any negative side effects. So when you have higher levels of nitric oxide, your libido increases, which improves your performance in the gym, and it also just improves your well-being. Yeah, watermelon rocks. The third snack that I recommend is pretty much any healthy thing with hummus that you can dip in hummus, that you can use in hummus. This is pretty much just about hummus, but it's also about the things that you add with the hummus. So I'm gonna explain this. Right off the bat, some of my favorites are like broccoli with hummus, some type of bread or pita bread with hummus, or chips and hummus. All I know is I think that pretty much all of us are incapable of only eating one serving of hummus. That's only 2 tablespoons. All right, now why hummus? Well, a serving of hummus provides 2 grams of protein in the form of healthy carbs, and most hummuses are not processed at all, or not at least highly processed at all, and only contain chickpeas, tahini, a bit of oil, and spices. If you want to get even healthier, you can even make your own hummus very easily with a food processor or a powerful enough blender, both of which I unfortunately do not own. So you might be saying, Cole, why is this even worth putting on the list if it's only 2 grams of protein per serving? Well, it is what you combine it with. Let's think about this. If you combine a cup of broccoli with like a few servings of hummus, you can easily rack up like 10 to 15 grams of protein, and for a snack, you know, that's a lot. And if you have it with bread, you just break off pieces of bread and dip it in there, or have something like hummus on toast. This can easily get up to like 20 grams of protein. So it is definitely wise that you keep a tub of hummus in your house at all times. I always make sure to do this. I haven't run out of hummus in months. Thank goodness. The 4th healthy bodybuilding snack for vegans is mixed nuts. Now you might be saying, oh no, Cole, this is just fat. This is high fat. Well, listen up. If you don't have a health condition which requires you to not eat a lot of fat, it is healthy to have these healthy fats in your diet. Tahini, seeds, nuts, avocado, all of these things will really help to improve your overall health. And there is really 2 reasons behind this. The first reason is because it helps to balance your hormones. You know, fat is a necessary macronutrient that all of us should be having some amount of. And 2 is because it actually helps absorb some vitamins. Vitamins A, D, E, and K are all called fat-soluble vitamins. So when you have some fat while having those vitamins as well, it will help absorb those vitamins. And this is why every time I take my vitamin D3 pill, I'll have like a handful or a couple nuts with it. And by the way, you guys should definitely be using a vegan D3, whether you are vegan or not, because everyone's pretty much deficient in this. If you want to use the one that I use, the link is going to be in my description. But the reason I recommend them for bodybuilding is due to the fact that they are pretty calorically dense, they're pretty high in protein, and they are one of the best ways to get in your minerals. All right, so right now I'm gonna pull up a serving of mixed nuts on Chronometer. If you guys don't know what that is, it's a way for you to track your macronutrients and micronutrients. Let's go over to my computer. I'm gonna show you why nuts are so good for bodybuilding. All right, we're on Chronometer now. If you guys want access to the website, it's just chronometer.com. There's also an app for it on the App Store, in the Android App Store. We're gonna add a food, and it is gonna be mixed nuts without peanuts, unsalted. This one has all of the nutrients, and we're gonna put in 1/4 of a cup here, because that's basically a serving, and let's see what we get. We get about 6 grams of protein, 220 calories, 8 grams of carbs, and 20 grams of fat. But really, where the prize is the vitamins and minerals. So we got some B vitamins, we got some folate, a lot of vitamin E, and just a ton of minerals pretty much hit, and selenium hit, all with just 1 serving. It's really one of the best ways to get in more minerals throughout your day. And also, it requires 0 preparation. You know, you can just take a handful of nuts and just chug them really quick, or you can put them in a bag and just eat them, nibble on them throughout the day. I would just make sure that you're not eating like a ridiculous amount of these. Only a serving or 2 a day is probably good, because again, as a vegan, I think we want the majority, well, we do want the majority of our calories to come from carbohydrates. And now this next one is really going to surprise a lot of you. I might even make a lot of you mad, and it is kale chips. Now listen, just listen for a second, okay? Before you call me a vegan hippie, these are actually fire. If you know how to season these correctly and you know how to bake them correctly, like they taste as good. Okay, well, maybe let's not go that far, but they taste really good, almost as good as regular chips. And they're a low calorie snack with a decent bit of protein. If you have 2 cups of kale chips, that's about 85 calories and 7 grams of protein. That's not bad at all. And it is a great cutting tool for all you guys cutting out there. It's a great low calorie snack. You know, not all of us are trying to bulk up right now, even if we are bodybuilding. So incorporating that in can be really helpful, but also there is just so many health benefits to kale. It is one of the most antioxidant rich, mineral rich, vitamin rich foods that you can buy. So here is how you make them. Are you ready for this? Here we go. We're gonna lay out a bunch of kale on a baking sheet. We're gonna season it with garlic powder, nutritional yeast, onion powder, salt, pepper, paprika, chili, and a little bit of olive oil, and we're gonna bake it at 350 degrees for about 10 minutes until it is crispy like a chip. And if you do add the nutritional yeast in there and have the 2 cups serving of cooked kale, it'll come to about 10 grams of protein. Simple. Now, if this video did help you, all I ask is that you please leave a like on it. It really helps out my channel. It pushes this out to more people, and it'll make this channel grow. This channel has been growing a lot recently, and I really appreciate all you guys who have subscribed and are really engaged with my content. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this was entertaining and educating at the same time. So have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time.